Dr. Keto from CDC, this is Dr. Aronson and Dr. Ruiz.
Cedar Creek is a small town, doctor. We're like a family. Everybody's scared. I don't know what to tell
I
them.
know, and we're here to help you in any way we can. So from now on, I'll be in charge.
I thought he was in charge.
Dustin Hoffman and Rene Russo play scientists in a life-and-death struggle with a killer plague virus. In Outbreak, one of 5 new movies we'll review this week on Siskel and Ebert. We'll also look at Halle Berry and Jessica Lange in Losing Isaiah, Matthew Modine in Bye Bye Love, and the sequel to Candyman. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune, and our first film is Outbreak. And here's a picture with a big star that's drawing big crowds, and I thought he, Dustin Hoffman, and the story were often ridiculous. In the picture, Hoffman plays an Army colonel involved in disease control, and he and 2 assistants go to Zaire to investigate a plague. I think Dustin Hoffman in his spacesuit looks like he just walked in from a Woody Allen comedy. Another cornball element in the story is that Dustin Hoffman is still involved with his ex-wife, played in probably by the bombshell Rene Russo.
Once in your life, take a chance.
You know what, Sam? I did. I married you.
You hung up, didn't you? First it was the dogs, now we're fighting over a virus. I can't believe it.
As the disease spreads to the United States, we meet 2 high-ranking officers. One good, Morgan Freeman, one bad, Donald Sutherland, who is willing to blow up a California town to save the rest of the country.
I have a presidential green light on Operation Clean Sweep, and I am going forward.
And then there's the laughable conclusion, a helicopter battle over disease containment.
See that bridge up ahead, Colonel?
Yeah.
Over or under, sir?
Well, why don't you decide? I'm really not up to it.
Hang on.
I would have said over. Flyers, 2 is off left.
Thank you, sir.
Stay on, I'm getting them out of the air.
Now, I'm sure the filmmakers felt that they had to make a traditional action picture out of this material because they thought mainstream audiences wouldn't go for the excitement of science. But it's all so silly. I didn't think Dustin Hoffman was the least bit credible as an Army colonel. Rene Russo belongs more with Mel Gibson, as she was in Lethal Weapon 3. Hey, I didn't like much of anything about Outbreak.
You sure didn't. You must have had a bad day when you saw this movie.
No, I
thought
saw
it was terrific entertainment. It really is. And it's very smart at the beginning. You're wrong to say they don't think people are interested in science because the first hour and 10 minutes has all to do with science, and it's fascinating, including that really interesting tour of the microbiological lab and the way they have different containment areas.
Then why do they have to come up with the backstory of him and his wife, Roger? Didn't you think that was kind of silly?
I thought it was pretty well written, actually. And, you know, Rene Russo, to call her a bombshell is kind of insulting. She's a very attractive, mature, smart woman, and I thought she made a good partner for Hoffman. I also
In other words, you thought that was a credible relationship between the two?
Why not? Why not? Why not? They're both involved in the same academic field, of course. And why wouldn't an Army colonel look like Dustin Hoffman if his area was containing viruses? He shouldn't look like John Wayne. I mean, he spends all of his time looking through a microscope. And I've got another question for you. How should somebody look in one of those suits?
There was only one person that I laughed at. The variable was not the suit. The variable was Dustin Hoffman.
Why in the world should Dustin Hoffman be able
He looks like Benjamin Braddock in the suit. He looks ridiculous.
I was going to try to get that out of you. I knew that's the identification you were making, and it's not fair to this movie.
What? It is absolutely fair. That's my reaction to it.
I think if the guy has to put on the suit, let him put on the suit. When he stands inside of it, that's the way he looks.
But he looks silly. Dustin Hoffman has a whole different...
to you. I think you're the only person in America.
What am I supposed to do? Say give reviews of what you think of the picture? I give it a review of what I think.
Start. Okay. We had a split decision on Outbreak. I thought it was a smart and effective thriller. Gene thought Dustin Hoffman was an unconvincing hero who looked silly in his airtight suit.